Hi guys, Raphael from AdMagic here. How are you all doing? Today we're going to talk about one of the new initiatives we've been working on here at AdMagic. We're really interested in hearing what you think about it. As you may know from our employer branding work, one of our primary missions is communication. We find ways to engagingly communicate ideas and concepts that may be boring, complex, or abstract in ways which people can consume easily. For example, turning documents that are just too long for people to read into short, snappy, and easily understandable communications, like our Talent Avatars initiative, which uses AI-generated avatar videos to summarize job descriptions and explain them in a simple and compelling way. So this got us thinking, what if we were to use the same AI avatar technology to take historical portrait photographs and historical documents and combine them to create animated living correspondence from the past? And so our Animate the Past project was born. There are a lot of stats out there about video viewership, so it's hard to pin down an exact number, but we can safely say that more than 50% of people prefer watching videos rather than reading text. And that becomes problematic when we think about history. Most of our history is written down. It's made up of documents. There are no historical videos before the invention of the movie camera in the 1890s, and those are few and far between. And the early video formats didn't have sound, so narration was done using interstitial text panels. But photographs have been around since the 1820s, and written histories, stories, poems, and songs have been present since the dawn of writing itself. So, combining photos and text, we can bring people from the past back to life, if you will. Here's an example so you can see what I mean.
Hello friends. My name is James Rendell. I've lived on Orkney my whole life. I work as a boatman ferrying goods around the coast of the islands and also doing a bit of fishing, which is the lifeblood of us Orcadians. I'm not usually dressed like this, you know. Me and my wife came over to the photography studio here in Kirkwall for a special anniversary photograph. I'm usually wearing my working gear, oilskins, sou'wester and of course my traditional Orkney jumper to keep me warm out at sea when the wind picks up.
As you can see, we've taken an old photo from the 1860s, tidied it up, and animated it with a short script about the subject's life. Both the animation and voice are AI generated, and we've taken special care to select a voice with the appropriate accent for the subject's background. Here's how we did it. This is the original photo from the Orkney Archive in Kirkwall. Here, we've tidied up the photo to remove an amount of the graining and damage we see in the original. Now we've zoomed in on James himself, upscaled the photo, and used AI to generate the right-hand side of the image so we can center James in the frame. And finally, we animated the processed photo using an AI voice which was the closest we could find to an Orkney accent. Now this was a fairly quick example so you can see how powerful the technique is. To bring James to life further, we could colorize the image to bring a closer human connection to the real person from the past. The other thing I should mention is that while we used a script and an AI-generated voice to animate James's voice, imagine how compelling it would be if we could use his real voice. Historic audio recordings of people speaking about their circumstances, stories, oral traditions, or other topics relevant to them could be used in conjunction with their photos to bring them to life using their actual voices and words, tidied up to reduce crackles and increase resolution, just like we did with James's photo. So that's it for our short introduction to our Animate the Past project. I think you'll agree that it's an interesting way of bringing historical stories to life. Imagine how it can be applied to people in your own family tree, or animating the words of people in your communities whose stories remain in written form but are not as accessible as someone from the past actually talking to you. Let us know what you think in the comments. See you next time.